welcome to Football Canapes for this live watch along of a brilliant match, or at least I hope what will be a brilliant match in Manchester City versus Real Madrid from the Etihad Stadium, and and I'm sure most of you already know that the aggregate score right now is 3-3. Both teams scored three goals in the previous leg, which was played last week, last Tuesday, and this is another installment of a great game. What I expect to be a great game may not turn out to be a great game, but I think it will be a game that will all enjoy, especially with now no away goals. Uh, no away goals. We There's no double jeopardy sort of. So that ways, I think that should help attacking play and and I'm pretty sure both teams will go for it right from the very off, and that's what we all want. Plenty of goals, plenty of drama, plenty of everything, and yeah. So really looking forward to this game, and let's see how it turns out. As I've already told you, 3-3 is the aggregate as it stands. Let's look at the team news, and by the way, we are also giving an eye on Arsenal versus Bayern Munich, which is taking place at the Allianz Arena in Germany. So, anyways, let's talk about this game and the team news. Let's start with the home team, Manchester City, where we have Edison returning in goal, and Edison in goal. We have Kyle Walker is returning as well at right back. We have just a minute. We have Ruben Diaz, who's the captain. We have Manuel Akanji and Josko Guardiol, of course. And uh, and uh, and Rodri is sitting in front of the defense. And then Erling Haaland is up top. Behind him are the four attacking midfielders: Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne, and Phil Foden, who's been in real form, and you know it's really kind of a strange, in a way, that he might not be a regular starter for England come the Euros, because he's been in sensational form, and yeah. So we'll see when the Euros are going on, who gets in the Gareth Southgate's team, and who perhaps doesn't. So Real Madrid, they are a pretty strong team as well, top of the La Liga standings, as well as 14-time champions when it comes to the Champions League. And then, so their lineup is as such: Andre Lunin is the goalkeeper, Danny Carvajal is at right back, Anthony Ant- Antonio Rudiger, Nacho in central defense, and Ferland Mendy at left back. The midfield three is Fede Valverde, Eduardo Camavinga, and Toni Kroos, Vinicius Junior, Jude Bellingham, and Rodrigo up top, and and yeah, so no, as such a number nine for Real Madrid, but a really strong lineup. 14 time champions, as I said, they are Manchester, Real Madrid, Manchester City, of course, defending champions and treble winners from about 10 months ago, and 10 months ago, and they'd be, I mean, I know it's a tough task, but they would be looking to, they'd be looking to, defend their title, will be looking to go to the final, semi-final first. They'll play the winners of Barcelona versus Bayern Munich tie, and that's intriguingly poised as well at 2-2. These two teams, Real Madrid and Manchester City, that is, they it's, I think, the third consecutive season that these two teams are facing each other in either the semi-final or the quarter-final or something like that. Last season, Manchester City drew at Santiago Bernabeu, or might have been the Alfredo Di Stefano, and 1-1 it finished, and then absolutely demolished Real Madrid at the Etihad Stadium. 4-0, they beat them. Bernardo Silva scored twice, and so Real Madrid, I make them slight favorites in this game, and and I mean, I meant to say Manchester City as slight favorites. I'm not sure if it came out as Real Madrid. So for me, it's Real Madrid who are slight underdogs going into this game, and the season before that, it was 4-3 win for um, Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, and then at the Bernabeu or Alfredo Di Stefano. I'm not really sure where the match took place. It was pretty smooth sailing for Manchester City. They went 1-0 up through Riyad Mahrez, but then two late goals from Rodrigo, I think it was, and then all hell broke loose. Rodri gave away a penalty, and it was the end, and then Liverpool were beaten in the final by um, Real Madrid. Vinicius scoring the goal from a Camavinga pass, and that was that for that season. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich as well is going on. So that will be an intriguing game as well. We'll keep an eye out for the score and what happens. Arsenal generally against Bayern Munich, they have a pretty poor record, but but we let's hope for English team's sakes, because the coefficient is a big factor uh, when um, when talking about the next season of the Champions League, and uh, and yeah, so it'll be it'll be maybe some of the rival fans as well will be keeping an eye out on the results and what goes on in these two legs. Germany and Italy are pretty strongly placed. Atlanta in Europa League are pretty strong against Liverpool, and then Bayer Leverkusen against West Ham. So all for English teams to do in this in this tie. They need to you know keep that hope for the English clubs, as well as Aston Villa, who play Lille at Stade Pierre Mauroy at about 10:15 Indian Standard Time. So we'll see what happens. The team news I've already gone through, but they're showing it on the television. The kickoff should have happened by now, but like in a minute or two, it should it should actually happen. So let's see how long it takes. But Daniele Orsato or Danny Orsato is the referee for this game, and pretty experienced referee, Italian, and he'll be hoping for a quiet game with no controversy. But last night we saw that there was plenty of controversy when um, I mean when Ronald Araujo was sent off for uh, Barcelona against PSG. I mean, from my point of view, I'm not sure where the controversy stems from. It was a foul. It was outside the box, um, and the referee made the right call in sending Araujo off, and Barcelona paid the price. In actual fact, Araujo should have left, Barcola go through, and hoping and should have hoped that Ter Stegen would make the save, but it wasn't to be, and that is something with which Barcelona paid the price for in this season of the Champions League, and yeah, well, PSG did what they had to do, and and they are uh, they are into the quarterfinal, sorry, semi-final, uh, where they'll play Borussia Dortmund, uh, who of course beat Atletico Madrid. By the way, game has kicked off. Manchester City in their traditional colors of blue jerseys and white shorts, and Real Madrid playing in all black. I like this. You know, I mean, it's more of a shade of a black, but yeah, I like when teams play in just one color rather than having multicolors on their jerseys. So yes, let's see. Interestingly, an outfield player is taking goal kick. I'm not sure if Lunin is injured because Kepa is on the bench, and Kepa is on the bench. Pretty sure he's going to come back to Chelsea. Courtois will be fit for next season, and yeah. So uh, pretty grim future for Kepa. I mean, I doubt he has any future at Chelsea. At Real Madrid, he's been struggling. So I mean, it's fair to say. I mean, at either of these two clubs, he'll 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 struggle to nail down a spot, and then we'll see where his future lies. By the way, opening minute or two, it's I mean, it's the game is just, I mean, getting going. nothing spectacular. I mean, long balls here and there. Uh, so long balls here and there. Nothing to be, nothing. I mean, like to. I mean, no set pattern as such in the game, and so two injured players coming back for Manchester City in Ederson and Kyle Walker, but also Rodri was rested at the weekend against Luton Town, and in the last say about year or so, Rodri hasn't been on the losing side, which is a pretty remarkable stat. Pretty remarkable given how competitive the matches involving Manchester City are, and his presence should reinforce the Manchester City midfield, which is pretty strong. Anyways, I mean, be it Kovacic or Rodri or whoever plays Nunez. Well, let's not talk about him that much right now, and and let's see where it takes us. Let's check on the other scores as well. I mean, Arsenal versus it's still nil-nil in Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. If the score remains the same, it will be extra time and then maybe penalties as well. So interesting to see how the game plays out. Manchester City, I mean, I'm not looking too comfortable. I mean, Real Madrid are a pretty decent team in them, anyways, but no passing, no nothing. So kind of a struggle for Manchester City right now. They're struggling to get going. I know it's only the opening 5 minutes. Maybe here we'll see something. Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish down the right. Oh, miscommunication, and Real Madrid have the ball back, although Manchester City have won it back, and ball is played back to Ederson. Well played, but that should be a free kick on Guardiola. Uh, should have been a free kick, but it wasn't given. And expecting Real Madrid to up the ante anytime soon. And, Erling Haaland. I mean, Erling Haaland. I mean, it hasn't been the same Erling Haaland that we saw last season. It's been a bit of a hit and miss for him as well. Uh, this season he's been injured, and I mean he's been injured as well. Um, he he didn't score. He didn't score in the last in the last game between these two sides. That was the first leg of this uh, of this tie between two of the big hitters. Rodri in the box, well defended by Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, signing of the season so far for Real Madrid. Of course, he's been outstanding, not only in La Liga but in Champions League. Chance for De Bruyne. Oh, good collection. Well collected by Andre Lunin. Andre Lunin, of course, now I think is the first choice. Thibaut Courtois unlikely playing to be playing any football this season, and and yeah. So we'll wait and see. But De Bruyne was in a good position there to cross the ball, and he he I mean should have done better. Uh, let's see if there's been a goal. Still nil-nil at the Alliance Arena as well. Arsenal are dominating the possession. 73% possession Arsenal have had, and here it's I mean here I am expecting it's pretty 50-50 between the two teams, between the two teams. I mean, Andre Lunin had to collect that ball, but I mean, for both keepers, it's been pretty. I mean, how should I put it? Pretty straightforward. Nothing to do. Both have been fairly comfortable, and uh, and uh, and I'm sure this is just calm before the storm. Uh, just one goal is needed, perhaps, and the floodgates will open for both teams. So, just in case you haven't noticed, nil-nil is the score. Oh, well saved by Edison from Camavinga's shot outside the box, but I mean, it had no pace on it. Camavinga, I like. He's a good young player. By good, I mean he's very good French international playing for Real Madrid. He's better than good. He's superb. He's a talent who'll go world places during his playing days. Just 20 or 21 at best, I think, and uh, and uh, and uh, yeah. So and plenty of plenty is expected out of him. Uh, has to be careful with Rodri and what he does. Of course, Chouameni is injured for. Chouameni is injured for. Not injured. I mean suspended for this game for Real Madrid, and I'm sure if Chouameni was fit, I doubt Camavinga would have played, but there's still plenty of time there's still plenty of time for Camavinga to become first choice. But with the chance, oh, good save, but a goal. It's Rodrigo, and Rodrigo has scored and given Real Madrid the lead. Uh, I'm pretty sure he was onside. Poor defending by the left back Josko Guardiol, and Real Madrid have taken the lead against Manchester City. And yeah, I mean, what can you say? Didn't see it coming, but it has, and and all for Manchester City to do. They have to come out and play. Now it's all for them to do in this game, and onside, brilliant play, and poor defending by I think Kyle Walker, the captain. Edison made a good save, but the rebound was played in by Rodrigo, who had the first attempt as well. And it's Real Madrid who have the lead, and Manchester City have all to do in this uh, in this half or in this game. Uh, let's see. Chance to Bernardo Silva had the chance to level the tie almost immediately, but his shot is blocked, and this shot is blocked. Kevin De Bruyne with the corner. Let's see. So should be another corner to Manchester City, and yeah, that's what we were all hoping for, an early goal, and it has come from Rodrigo. Disappointing from Manchester City's point of view, and if another English side goes out, disappointing from Premier League's point of view when it comes to the places in next season's Champions League as well as Europa League and maybe even Conference League. Not too sure about the other two, but definitely from it's another corner. Three corners, back-to-back corners for back-to-back corners for back-to-back corners for. I mean, back-to-back corners um, for Manchester City, but nothing comes of it, and and we are where we were. Real Madrid leading 1-0 against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, and 15 minutes have been played in this game. Must say for the good goal, both the City fullbacks were really poor. The covering was virtually non-existent, and but there's a chance for Haaland. Another chance missed by Erling Haaland. He's been so poor of late. Erling, although I have to give it to him that it was a difficult chance, not easy, and not easy. He had to climb, and Nacho was pushing him as well, and it comfortably went over the bar. Um, and comfortably went over the bar. But I mean, doesn't take away from the fact that he has been pretty poor, Erling Haaland of late. He's missed some really gilded chances for Manchester City against Chelsea, against Manchester United, and he's been not really his usual self this season. Comparing him to the last season, his 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 I mean, he can do a lot more. He can do a lot more this season. मतलब, I mean, he should have done a lot more for Man City. I mean, who knows if he had scored those chances against Chelsea. The again poor layoff by Erling Haaland. I mean, I don't want to jinx him in a way, but it's not been an auspicious start for Erling Haaland. He needs to his team needs him to you know sharpen up and start delivering those chance for Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, chance it was, but well blocked. Again, Haaland, it off the post. Oh dear Lord, what have you done, Bernardo Silva? I mean, that was a chance that was like 9.99 on XG. And like that was a miss. That was the miss of the season. Erling Haaland's header came off the bar, and Bernardo Silva just plonked it wide. I mean, seriously, that is a dreadful miss. I mean, like the ball came back too quickly to Bernardo Silva, and it hit him rather than him hitting the ball, but he was going too quickly towards the ball, so no chance. But City starting to assert their dominance. If I'm not mistaken, they were City were trailing last week as well. Were they? I'm not too sure. I didn't watch the whole game, but anyways, still nil-nil between Arsenal and Bayern Munich in Munich. Again, poor from Haaland. Again, poor from Haaland. I mean, his layoff, not finding a teammate, and Real Madrid have won the ball back, and and I mean that was some miss from Erling. I mean Bernardo Silva. I mean it's tough to blame him for that. Tough to blame him for that, but it was what it was. It was what it was, and let's see if it's to haunt Manchester City. Um, but Erling Haaland desperately unlucky. I mean, you can be unlucky and poor in a game, and 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 it was a big miss. The goal seems to have woken Man City up. Seems to have. Let's see. Uh, 21 minutes gone. Still plenty of time for Manchester City to fight back. Still plenty of time for Real Madrid to, you know, make sure that Real Madrid leave not only the Etihad Stadium but also the tournament after this leg. Again, sloppy passing in and around the box, not taking responsibility, but City are pressing quite diligently and quite furiously, but free kick given for a foul by Bernardo Silva on Eduardo Camavinga, and and we've seen very little of Jude Bellingham in this uh, in this game so far. Of course, City have been dominating the possession, and and Real Madrid lead, but Jude Bellingham haven't seen too much of him. Good run by Rodri. The ball won back. Again lost a bit of a ping pong there, but uh, but I mean, City have to be careful that they don't, and there's a chance of a break. But Edison cleans up, and City have to be careful that they don't, you know, leave chance again. Oh, blocked. Another effort by Fede Valverde, but it's way of the over the bar. And the thing is that Real Madrid have had plenty of possession, but City have had the best chances in this game so far. In this game so far, it's I mean that's the one of the things with football. You can have as much possession as you like, but it's the score that matters. And for as far as as far as Real Madrid are concerned, they have had their chances. So have Real Madrid, but I mean, Man City don't look that their usual self. I mean, there's plenty of passes that have gone astray. They haven't looked their usual flow, full flowing, free flowing, best. It's been a tough watch if you are a Manchester City supporter, which I'm not. I mean, like I'm watching as a neutral, but we'll see what happens. Oh, effort by Kevin De Bruyne. Still nil-nil between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Still nil-nil. Oh, good save by Andre Lunin from Kevin De Bruyne. Stings the palms of, and it's a corner to Manchester City. Danny Carvajal struggling there, and is cleared the first shot, that is. Chance for Rodri to cross. Goes far post. Okay, and Lunin collects. Real Madrid employing rather a low block and inviting Man City on. We saw in a game against Arsenal that Manchester City struggled to break down a low block with four defenders, four midfielders, and again they won the ball back. Chance for a counter. Vinicius Junior pace 2 on 3 there for a moment, and then again well blocked. Well blocked. That was a dangerous situation. Still is dangerous for Real Madrid. I mean, like City have people behind the ball now, and half an hour gone. Real Madrid won, Manchester City nil, 4-3 on aggregate to to Real Madrid, 14-time champions. Erling Haaland had a chance, two-headed chances. One was a tough one. The other one came back off the bar. I mean, still nil-nil at the Allianz Arena. Room for Jack Grealish to run into. Then again, City are crowded out by chance for Rodri to shoot. It doesn't go for a cross, but it's blocked. Grealish. Grealish wants a corner, but goal kick is given. Maybe a corner is given. It is given, the corner. Arsenal dominating possession against Bayern Munich 55%. Although in terms of shots, it's 1-1. Kevin De Bruyne corner coming in. Let's see what the Manchester City can do, because so far it's not been so good. It's been so good for Manchester City. Oh, Real Madrid, I beg your pardon. Oh, had just missed, but chance to counter. Foden. was talking about Jude Bellingham. Haven't seen too much of him, but haven't seen too much of Phil Foden either. Uh, Again, ball is lost, and Real Madrid have again lost it. So Rodri. Oh, just over the bar from Kevin De Bruyne on his left side, and getting closer. One some may say, but not quite, not quite, not quite. And she puts in a cross, and it's put behind for a corner by Fede Valverde. Let's see what comes of this corner. Kevin De Bruyne. Another corner. Not yet, but it's hacked clear. It looks like a low block from Real Madrid. They are they're taking the chances. They're counting on no foul maybe. Yeah, foul is given against Kevin De Bruyne on Tony Kroos, the Belgian on German, and Pep Guardiola talking to his assistant. Not sure who it is these days. Is it German Burgos? It doesn't look like him, but but looks slightly concerned with how things have been. Chance for Haaland. Chance for Grealish. In the side netting from well played by Haaland, who played Grealish through, and the shot was blocked by Antonio Rudiger, and De Bruyne's cross is easily gathered by Andre Lunin, and City have to wait for their chances again. That was a good effort by Grealish, well saved by well saved by oh I mean good block by Antonio Rudiger. So under 10 minutes to half time. I mean, Real Madrid would be pretty pleased with their uh, with their work so far. I mean, this I know there was a shot from header from Erling Haaland that came back off the bar, but free kick. Danny Carvajal yellow carded, and Foden or De Bruyne with this free kick. De Bruyne offside, and the attack comes to nothing. Guardiola, I think it was offside. Guardiola has scored 2 goals in the last 2 games. In the reverse leg as well, he scored and against Luton, pretty poor effort. But City have the ball. City have had plenty of the ball, but in terms of chances, I know it's Real Madrid, and foul again, a free kick to, I don't know what is wrong with these crosses. Is there just not finding their men uh, intended at the end, and it's very disappointed with the outcome. Uh, the most impressive player so far for Manchester City has been Kevin De Bruyne. We've seen plenty of him. I mean, Grealish has been decent, and in terms of others, I mean, out for a throw, and there is Real Madrid player who's on the ground, Rodrigo, I think it is, and I mean that's not a foul. Might have hurt him, but I mean, you could call this gamesmanship because that's no foul. I mean, these teams from Madrid, beat Atletico or Real, they really don't like. They really don't like Grealish. I mean, it was clearly foul in my opinion, but Vinicius Junior saying it it was a dive, but which in my opinion it wasn't. And here we are seeing the goal scored. I mean, Guardiola, I mean, gets beaten too easily, in my opinion. But I mean, it was what it was. It was well played by Man City or Real Madrid, but City could have prevented that goal. They had their chances, and so last few minutes before the first half ends, and I mean, in terms of saves, City have had plenty of possession, plenty of corners, but but nothing really to you know bother Lunin apart from that header from Haaland that came back of the bar. Well played by Man City. Ooh, well defended there by Danny Carvajal. There were two Real Madrid Man City players behind him, and for whom it was just, I mean, would have been a tap in or a header. I'm not sure that they're called tap ins or not, but another corner to Man City. Can they make this one count? Oh, another corner. Lunin rather uncertain there. Goal corner for Foden. But City have recovered position again. Bernardo Silva. He's been well, 50-50 kind of. I mean, the problem with Jack Grealish is that he shot over the bar from Phil Foden. The problem with Jack Grealish is he sees plenty of the ball, but I don't think he does anything with it. I mean, I mean, will he go to the Euros? Probably will. Gareth Southgate likes him, but but I mean, 2 minutes added on. I mean, I expected more given that Rodrigo was lying on the floor for 2 minutes at least, and there was a goal scored. There was celebration, so I expected about 3-4 minutes maybe, but 2 minutes it is. Free kick to Real Madrid. City have to make sure that they don't go at the break goes down. They have to make sure they can't if they go two goals down. Um, Given how Real Madrid have defended, I can't see them scoring twice in the second half. Tony Cruz will take this free kick, drilled in, but chance for Man City to break. Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, but no one there. It wasn't Haaland, it was De Bruyne, I think. But it's half time, and Man City have got it all to do. They've got it all to do, and yeah. Let's check up on the scores from the other game. It's half time and it's nil-nil at the Alliance Arena. Um, Arsenal are dominating, and Man City are struggling, and 49% possession for Bayern, 51 for Arsenal, and uh, and uh, and yes, so plenty for both teams to do. Both English teams. I'm pretty sure Arsenal won't be this poor in the Arsenal. I mean Bayern will be this poor in the second half. They're at home. I know they have had their issues with Tuchel, and Julian Nagelsmann has been touted as their as touted for a return, and yeah. So in terms of this game, it's Bayern have to make sure that they you know tread carefully. So as things stand, Real Madrid are a goal up in the tie with 45 minutes left to play of the normal time. Who knows? There might be extra time as well, and and uh, and fair value for their goal. Rodrigo has scored the goal. He's been decent. Jude Bellingham relatively quiet. Has been relatively quiet in this game thus far. In this game thus far, and Erling Haaland has had his you know touches and all, but he's not had the opportunities, that the kind of opportunities he would have liked, apart from one where he could have scored. He was unlucky that the ball came back off the bar, and Bernardo Silva was rushing too quickly towards the ball, and the ball hit him and went out for a for a for a goal kick. Otherwise, it was just a tap in. I mean, what can you say? Um, what can you say? I mean, really unlucky from City's point of view. Who knows what will happen in the second half? I mean, from my point of view, as I have seen the game, if Manchester City have any chance of progressing, they have to score the next goal. If Real Madrid score, it's game over. If Manchester City score, they'll give themselves a chance, and who knows, the momentum as well of going through. But as things stand, if Man City don't score the next goal, I mean, I don't want to tempt fate, but I can't see them scoring twice in the next 45 the way Real Madrid have defended, and we'll see. Uh, Impressions of this game. I was kind of hoping for a game that would be like end to end stuff, but City are playing against a low block where Real Madrid are just. I mean, the goal came from a kind of a long ball, and where Kyle Walker, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He should have covered his man, and but he the ball is played behind him, and then he fails to get any connection on it. And just looking at that angle, if Kyle Walker had gotten any sort of a touch, I think a Real Madrid player, Jude Bellingham, I think it was, who was following in, he would have, I mean, thrashed it into the net. If I mean, it was proper bad defending as such, in my opinion. But that's how it is. City have had plenty of possession here and there, but apart from that one chance from Erling Haaland, nothing much to write home about in this first half. Second half, they need to quicken the pace as well. I mean, maybe, and I'm not anyone to suggest to Pep Guardiola. Maybe Jack Grealish needs to go off. Maybe bring on Alvarez for Grealish or Kovacic. Give yourself more control in midfield, and that thing can help you. But Grealish, I mean, he's slowing the game down a bit too much for my liking, and uh, and uh, and City need to pick up the pace. We saw how City came back from a goal down against Manchester United to win 3-1, but Real Madrid aren't no mugs. They are not as bad or naive as as Manchester United were. They had their injuries as well, but City need to make sure that that they do something different. They they have to do something different. I mean, maybe Pep Guardiola will give it a while before he makes changes, but I mean, time is of the essence. He needs to make sure that his team his team fights till the end, which I'm pretty sure they will. But I mean, there need to be changes sooner or later. I would personally take off Jack Grealish for Julian Alvarez, and we'll see what happens. And just seeing a couple of um, highlights from the Arsenal Bayern game. Um, Martinelli had a chance, and Sane maybe just wide could have played Harry Kane in, or Mazraoui. Actually it was not Sane. Rafael Guerrero is playing as well. Good tackle by uh, uh, who was it? Ben White, and good save by Neuer. We'll watch both matches together. Let's see if even if one of them goes to extra time or penalties, we'll see. We'll see through the outcome of both, and let's hope the best teams out of these four, two two of go through. Um, Nothing against any team in particular. Um, Nothing against any team in particular, and um, I think the winner from these two games will eventually be the will be the winner of the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain last night overcame Barcelona. They were a goal down, then they were two goals down, and then there was a red card for Ronald Araujo, yep, or whatever, or however you want to pronounce his name. And it changed the whole complexion of the tie, and City went through. Oh, sorry, PSG went through. In the other game, which was a classical game, a real classic end-to-end stuff. I really did not expect that from Atletico Madrid. I thought they'd shut out Borussia Dortmund at Signal Iduna Park or Westfalen Stadion as it's known, and but it wasn't to be. They Borussia Dortmund uh, went two goals up, and then Atletico Madrid scored twice through. It was a Matt Hummels' own goal, and then Angel Correa scored, and then I thought that the tie was gone from Atletico Madrid, uh, but uh, but they came back. They They scored through first Niklas Füllkrug, who they signed from Werder Bremen earlier this season, and then they scored through Marcel Sabitzer, who's been a brilliant signing for them as well, with the with the with the right-footed effort that went right in the corner. It was tough for Oblak to save. 4-2 it finished, and 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 Borussia Dortmund are through. Interestingly, as a Newcastle fan, I have to tell you that these two teams were in Group F with Newcastle United and AC Milan, and one of these two teams, will be in the final of the Champions League, which is pretty disappointing from my point of view because PSG should have been knocked out by by this time, and I mean, it was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. The handball that was given, the Polish referee Manicek. I mean, how he saw that handball, I have no clue. And but it was what it was, and he gave it the penalty that is Kylian Mbappe scored. Um, I mean, even then, if Newcastle had won against Milan at home, um, we might have gone through. We would have gone through, given that PSG could only draw 1-1 with Borussia Dortmund, and well, the thing is, it was tough to take. It was very given that um, Newcastle were clearly besieged by injuries at that time, and 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 that was followed by, I mean, like a dumb decision. A dumb decision. I mean, any referee shouldn't be making that decision. I mean, like, are you slow? Oh, chance for Bayern. Was it Arsenal? It was Arsenal with a chance. Martin Odegaard. The second half is about to kick off. Let's get ready with the clock. So the second half is it has kicked off, and and it's do or die for Manchester City. Do or die for Manchester City. They have to score in this in this in this this half. Otherwise, they're going home, or at least exiting the tournament. They're already home, and let's see if Manchester City players can, rise to the occasion. Grealish in the box. Oh, well defended, but still in the box. A corner, well defended by Ferland Mendy, and Phil Foden with the corner. Lunin doesn't look too comfortable to me. If I Oh, good save by Lunin. Good save by Lunin from Grealish, I think it was. No, maybe not Grealish. But uh, interestingly, really quick start from. Having said that, Man City lose the ball. Vinicius against Kyle Walker. Both players are really quick, and the players appealing for offside, but it's not given. And Man City uh, and Real Madrid still have the ball, and although it's now played out, Erling Haaland now running the channels. He has to use his physicality against the players. I mean, again, Grealish in the box has to do something. Nothing comes of it. Grealish, it was who struck that shot, and Lunin saved it. Almost for Real Madrid. Although they have the ball again, Josko Guardiola looks nervous. Oh, shot over the bar from Rodrigo. 0-0 between Arsenal and Bayern Munich in Munich at the Allianz Arena. Sure what has happened, but Paul has gone bust. Is it? Again, Grealish. Is it Silva? Okay, and I mean, like it's such a poor cross from Bernardo Silva. He's been really poor this in this game, and who knows what kind of choices City players make with the pressure amping up. Haaland in the box. Oh, could have been on goal. Oh no, well defended there by Nacho, the captain of Real Madrid. Another corner to Man City. He's taking so much time in a lot of trivial stuff. If it's a foul, give it. If it's not, let it play out. He's already wasted 60 seconds in this half. I mean, on what I would define as trivial issues. De Bruyne with the corner, a short corner. Foden's effort is collected by Lunin. Nil-nil between Bayern and Arsenal. Defending Kyle Walker. Another corner. City are banging at the door, but Real Madrid have battened down the hatches and off the line. I mean, kind of off the line, but foul given to Real Madrid. Ferland Mendy down, claiming he was elbowed. Camavinga with, I mean, it wasn't off the line, but who knows? I think Haaland might have applauded it through. 10 minutes gone in the second half already. 0-0 between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. I mean, this, I mean, if I am Real Madrid, I'd be fairly happy with how the game is going. There's just nothing to worry if you are Real Madrid. This just poor effort from Rodri, Akanji. I mean, there was no future in that. Left foot falling, going. I mean, um, but Valverde had to be careful. He was, and I mean, every passing minute, my confidence in Grealish yellow carded for a cynical foul on Carvajal. Real Madrid fans will pretty chuffed with how their team has been playing, and so should they. So they should. I mean, choose free kick. Rodri wins it back for De Bruyne against Mendy. Last man back. But Mendy wins it back again. Fede Valverde comes back to help out. Foden with a terrible idea. I don't know why is he shooting from there? Terrible idea. I mean, like, I know he's been in good form, but that was a stupid shot. The passing from Manchester City has been absolutely diabolical, and if they're not careful, that'd be Jack Grealish needs to be careful as well. He's just been yellow carded, and now he's arguing with the referee Denny Osato. I mean, Josko Guardiola fouling Jude Bellingham, and it was a well-deserved yellow card for the Croatian. And still 30 minutes left, and and Bayern versus Arsenal. It's still nil-nil, 2-2 on aggregate, and and with Uli Hoeneß and who's the other one? Karl-Heinz Rummenigge watching in the stands as well as they are always at the Alliance Arena. So, I mean, this match looks destined for penalty shootouts, although played by Mazraoui there. I mean, from Real Madrid's point of view, they look comfortable. Just as I said, they play the ball out for a throw. I mean, like, should have been easy. Kenji, they're taking a chance, taking his time. Passing around at the back. Bad touch. Bad touch from Phil Foden, and the ball hits the referee, and the play stopped. I'm not sure if it was a touch or before that he was a bit disheveled, call it that. While the referee recovers, let's see the score. It's 1-0 to Bayern Munich. It's Kimmich who scored, and and uh, and Bayern lead Arsenal 1-0. Let's just make the change here as well for the time being. Because as it stands, Arsenal are going out, Real Madrid, Man City are going out, and so let's just make it like that. Can City do? Joshua Kimmich with the City this half haven't done anything that that you might feel dreadful from Kevin De Bruyne. You expect better from him, and just very poor from the Belgian, and yeah, and yeah. There's just been no fluidity in in Man City today with the Man City team. I mean, another dreadful. I mean, absolutely woeful pass from Bernardo Silva, trying to be too cute, but in the end, it produces an effect that's counterproductive. Absolutely woeful. Last quarter of the game, and there's just very little movement. De Bruyne with an over hit sort of cross. Can't see anything, honestly. Real Madrid have been superb defensively. This is just like the 2020 Champions League final. This just nothing that is happening, and uh, I mean, when it has come to shove from the push, Arsenal have been, I mean, corner City. And no substitutions. 70 minutes gone. You would have thought that you would have thought that City would have tried something different, but poor corner, goal kick. Goal kick. Pep Guardiola looks increasingly worried. Did it hit the post? I think it did. Might have tried to score directly from a corner. Now Bayern defending in numbers. Would be some turn of fate if Bayern go on to beat their opponents in the semis, which currently look like Real Madrid, and then whoever comes up against them in the final, be it Dortmund or PSG, would be interesting. Chance for Real Madrid to put this game to bed, but it doesn't as well. Uh, Time is running out for Man City. I mean, make some changes. Grealish, I mean, like, I'm not a big fan of Grealish, but do something at least. I mean, again, the ball is lost, and Real Madrid look to counter. This match has, here comes Jeremy Doku, probably for Grealish. Might be, yeah, it is Grealish who's gone off. Bayern leading 1-0. Yeah. Yeah, so as I was telling you, it would be some turn of events for Tuchel if he leaves with the Champions League trophy. Although I make Real Madrid the favorites. Jeremy Doku, I mean, he wants plenty of touches of the ball as well. Vinicius, Vinicius. I have to say, if Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva, I mean, like, play this poorly, I mean, England, I mean, not Bernardo Silva, but like Jude Bellingham. I know Real Madrid have more or less defended this whole game so far, but it's been absolutely atrocious from both Rodrigo, Rodri. I mean, his full name is Rodrigo. I don't think I've seen Phil Foden play this poorly ever. Last 15 or so minutes. I mean, you talk about Foden, Saka, I mean, England this, England that, but I mean, I haven't watched Arsenal's game, but Saka has been relatively quiet as well. It's 1-1. It's Kevin De Bruyne who scored 1-1, and Real Madrid are pegged back. It's 4-4 on aggregate. Jeremy Doku, have to say, he has indeed changed the game slightly, and it's 1-1 with just 15 minutes to go, and now it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. Let's see how 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 the how the things change. Maybe there is a hope for maybe there is hope for Manchester City. I mean, there's more than hope, and who else but Kevin De Bruyne has scored, and Manchester City have been rewarded. Roof of the net, Kevin De Bruyne puts it in, and Carlo Ancelotti, you know, I mean, his team had been doing really well, but they have been pegged back, and uh, and uh, and now you have to say Manchester City are slight favorites. Have to say. Just they have to tread carefully. They have to keep their concentration. Man City, that is. And here they come again with Bernardo Silva. And they scored two quick fire goals. They were. Oh, just over the bar from Kevin De Bruyne. Wow, that was incredibly close from the Belgian, and I mean, I mean, it was comfortably over the bar, but I mean, Luka Modric is coming on for Real Madrid. Rodrigo, the goal scorer, is going off, and and tells you where Real Madrid are at with this game, and and maybe no, it's Tony Cruz that's going off, not Luka Modric, not Rodrigo. So maybe to assert more dominance in the midfield, and you know, making sure that they don't get overrun. 10 minutes to go. Anyone who loses from here, it'll be a real heartbreaker for them. That was close. I mean, like, that was like typical Kevin De Bruyne effort. Free kick to free kick to Man City. Pep Guardiola, slightly less nervous. He always looks nervous, but he must have been, you know, really worried at one point of time. Still Bayern 1, Arsenal nil. Joshua Kimmich with the goal. Laid away for a throw. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Real Madrid might have to fend off one chance from a City shot or something like that. Might come from Haaland, might come from someone else. But and oh no, Kevin De Bruyne with another miss. That was a really poor miss from Kevin De Bruyne. That was basically a tap in. That was difficult to miss. How did he miss that? That is what I was talking about. That kind of chance. Real Madrid have kind of gone to pieces since City leveled. Uh, City now look sharper, stronger, faster, quicker. Goes wide to last 6 minutes in the Bayern versus Arsenal game, and Bayern still leading from that goal by Joshua Kimmich. Brahim Diaz, I think he's a former City player. He's coming on, and and not sure what it says about City and or Man City, Real Madrid even, and where their mind is at. Foul by Camavinga. Josko Guardiola. He has to be careful. He's on a yellow. Some player was booked. Not sure who it was. Wasn't Guardiola. Was wide. Foul. This time it has to be a foul. I mean, it was a foul previously as well. And Brahim Diaz, no sooner has he come on that and he started fouling. Last 5 minutes in the Bayern versus Arsenal game, Odegaard with a free kick, and Eddie Nketiah is coming on for Arsenal in place of Takehiro Tomiyasu. Foul. Man City are really dominant ever since they scored. From Real Madrid, I expected more. They're just defending, and they have just defended the entirety of this game. They scored a goal on the counter. Maybe this was their strategy. It was definitely their strategy, but you expected more. They have decent quality, um, and under old rules when there were no away goals, might have been City going through, but corner. Is it a corner? Danny Carvajal plays it out for a corner. But City have played the role of a host or the home side. The onus was on them to, you know, Haaland. Another miss, I think, from Haaland. I mean, it's not a miss, but I mean, it was harsh of me to call it a miss. It wasn't a miss. Definitely wasn't. I mean, it skims off the defender's head and then hits Haaland and then goes out for a. Urging his troops, ball boys, to pass the ball back, to give the ball back quickly. But feels like this game is going to the to added extra time. Till Bayern won, Arsenal nil. Last minute of the 90 would be two. Conrad Leimer with the ball plays it. Musiala! Well saved by David Raya. Ucha. Rodri fouling. That's a yellow. He had to take the yellow there. Jeremy Toku just taking too many touches. 4 minutes of added time. Side flag is up. Last 2 3 minutes. Looks like Arsenal's game is up. 3 minutes left in the Bayern versus Arsenal game. Good ball. It doesn't collect though. Good ball by Kevin De Bruyne. Jeremy Doku against Carvajal. Rodri. Oh, deflected. And the sting was taken out of the shot. Last minute for Arsenal. Al Walker against Vinicius Junior does well. Really well. Should he win the ball back? Haaland. Good crossfield pass from Kevin De Bruyne for Doku, but slightly overhit. I mean, the idea was good. Last 30 seconds for Arsenal. Ben White. Foul given by taken quickly. I'm not sure why he's taking a quick free kick. Bukayo Saka. Not really sure. And Ferland Mendy has been booked. Corner to Arsenal. Here it comes. Cleared away. That I think is that Arsenal are out. Bayern are through to the semi-final where they'll face the winners of this game, Real Madrid versus Man City. Carlo Ancelotti questioning whether City should be allowed to take this corner or not, but looks like they will be. Last. Oh, over the bar from Malik Haaland. And the game ends 1-1. And we are going to the extra time. To extra time, 1-1. It finishes. Another 30 minutes, maybe even penalties. So, so I mean, not sure what to make of it. What to to make of what to expect from this from this you know impending 30 minutes of action. Arsenal are out anyways, and and Pep Guardiola. I'm pretty sure City players would be City players would be fresher. Uh, Real Madrid players would be beginning to tire. It's been a pretty tough gig for them in this game, defending for virtually entirety of the 90 minutes. Erling Haaland has been really poor, I have to say. You can say he's not had the service, but some of the things that he has done are, I mean, do you expect more? Julian Alvarez is coming on, and apart from that one chance, I think Erling Haaland has been taken off. I mean, I mean, might have been an injury, might have been tactical, but Erling Haaland has been taken off, and Julian Alvarez is coming on for Erling Haaland. Julian Alvarez, of course, the World Cup winner. Mm, virtually, not virtually, he won everything with Man City last season and Argentina. Will be looking to add Copa America to his list of titles. It's about to start. Man City to start. Sure, what has happened there, but Jude Bellingham is down. hit collision with the player is down and not in a good condition. It looks like it should be fine. What is happening on the social media front? I mean, Jude Bellingham going off after getting treatment and Jeremy Doku. I mean, not a fan, but he's done well since he came on. And another good cross, which is like was slightly overhit, but I don't think he had another choice. And Doku against Carvajal was already on a yellow. Too many touches, too many touches. Guardiol, Rodri in the box. To Manchester City. City have been the better side quite considerably, and I mean Manchester City as you would expect, and again another wave of City attack coming. Guardiol Doku. Seriously, expected more out of this game, but wasn't to be. I mean, more out of Real Madrid. City have done what they were supposed to. They tried. I mean, they were unfortunate to concede a goal. Real Madrid have just defended from the off. When ball is given away, De Bruyne, Alvarez, well defended, well defended. That if Real Madrid go through and City go out, the chance that Kevin De Bruyne missed would missed again. Foden, it was slightly behind him, but I mean you'd expect better from a player like Phil Foden. Hits it, oh, goes to hit with the left, and the ball hits his right foot, and yeah, that was the end of that. But still, City have about half an hour, 22 minutes. I mean, has a chance perhaps. Doku, bad touch, bad first touch. Lucas Vasquez is coming on, and is it to keeping penalties in mind or something else? Not really sure, but playing with fire there under Lunin. Real Madrid have played their way out of a bad situation. Vinicius against Kyle Walker, who's seriously quick. Well played by Bernardo Silva. I mean, seriously, this has been Phil Foden's worst game I've ever seen him play. I mean, some of the shots this he's taken, corner to Man City, well played by Jeremy Doku, but um, trying to hit with his left foot and then missing it altogether, and the ball hitting his right foot, standing leg. Vinicius is coming off. Vinicius is off. Lucas Vasquez is coming on. Maybe more. I mean, preparations for the penalties. Meanwhile, the corner is cleared and De Bruyne has the ball. Bernardo Silva. Oh, that should have been caught. I mean, for God's sakes, Doku. I think he's so one-dimensional. I mean, he's done well, but he's a really frustrating player to watch. I mean, like goes on his left and then can't cross the damn ball. Good pass, but there's no one to pass it to forwards. City now have gotten the numbers back, and all of a sudden there are a lot of players in the City box. Brahim Diaz, 104th minute of the game, nearly 105th minute. Real Madrid have now retreated. De Bruyne plays it out to Guardiola and gets it back. Second half of extra time is edging closer and closer. Maybe 1 minute of added time, maybe if that. Uh, that should have been a corner, in my opinion, humble opinion. 2 minutes added on, maybe for that Jude Bellingham injury. Honor to Real Madrid in the 107th minute, almost 107th minute. Comes the corner. Ooh, cleared away. I mean, for a moment I thought a header was coming in. Been cleared. Oh, what a miss from Rudiger. He'll be kicking himself. He'll be kicking himself. I mean, that is a terrible miss. Absolutely woeful miss. What was he doing? It's half time in extra time. But that Rudiger miss, I'm still coming to terms with what kind of miss that was. I mean, you can't be missing chances like that. It was like one on one from just 4 yards out, and how did he miss? Unfreaking believable. Last 15 minutes of this intriguing tie. Intriguing. Second half has kicked off. Let's get the clock going. Might be a few seconds behind, but I mean, seems to me that Real Madrid would be happy to take penalties, and Man City want to win the game in the. the time that remains. But that Rudiger miss is tough one to swallow. Phil Foden has been. Oh, slip by Carvajal, Jeremy Doku. He makes so many poor decisions. Jeremy Doku. Play the pass as early as possible. I know there might not have been someone there to take advantage of it, but Jude Bellingham, we haven't seen anything of him in this game. Someone's down. Carvajal, it looks like. To be honest, he's been he's been worked worked around. He's been given run around by a lot of City players. Doku, Grealish. He's on a yellow as well, and looks like Eder Militao is coming on. He can barely walk. Danny Carvajal, Eder Militao. Not sure how match fit he will be. He's also recovered from an ACL injury. Danny Carvajal's wife, I'll tell you that she has a twin and who's married to another Real Madrid player in Hosulu. And so both the Real Madrid players are married to twins. And which is, like, I wouldn't have known that. Just check that up. And Kovacic, I think, is coming on for Man City for the last 10 minutes. Adam Militao has been sent back. He had his chain on. And like, why would you wear jewelry while you're sitting on the bench? Why can't you just keep it, um, you know, chance for Real Madrid to attack, but it's blocked. And it's over the bar from Lucas Vasquez, who I think has gone to the right back spot. He can play there as the right back, but John Stones is coming on as well for Manuel Akanji. Kevin De Bruyne is going off, and Kovacic is coming on. Well, looks like both teams are preparing for the penalties. About 9 minutes or so remaining. Free kick to Man City. No, Real Madrid, actually. I thought it should have been a free kick to Real Madrid, and but I thought the referee had signaled that ways. This has been truly a remarkable game, not in terms of the goal scored, but how it has played out. I mean, no two games are the same. Oh, corner to Man City. Kovacic nearly getting on the end of it, but Rudiger blocks. Rudiger, who should have scored in in the first half or the extra time, and but missed from a point blank sort of range. Corner comes in, but cleared away. Good pass by Bernardo Silva. Foul. Chance. Doku in the box. But well defended. Last 5 minutes. Chance for Real Madrid to counter. This no one up front. And City have numbers back. Foul. That's a dreadful. Oh! Referee says he got the ball. Chance if you can play it right. No. Well defended by Guardiola. Last couple of minutes. Oh, Kyle Walker just committed himself and he was sold down the river. I think it was Kyle Walker. It was indeed Kyle Walker. But Guardiola defense. Real Madrid still now they have played it out while Luka Modric credit to City, they're still going strong. 2 minutes left, still trying to win the game. I thought they might have settled for penalties about 10 minutes ago, but uh, but 2 on 2, 3 on 2 probably, 4 on 4 now. Foul by Jude Bellingham on Man City defender, and it's a free kick. That I think is that. Not expecting any more than 1 minute for this for the second half of extra time. Foden, Alvarez saved by Lunin. Pretty tame effort in the end. Was pretty tame. Going to City. Last minute, maybe last minute, if that 1 minute added on. Will City attack? Will they just keep possession last 45 seconds? Interesting to see who takes penalties, but here's Jeremy Doku down the left. Goal kick, I think. Came back of Doku. That, friends, is that we're going to penalties. About 10 seconds left. It is indeed penalties, Not sure if I remember Real Madrid going. Oh, sorry, not Real Madrid. Manchester City game going into penalties, and then for that matter, Real Madrid's game going into penalties. Anyone's game now. In a marathon effort by me as well. Quarter quarter of an hour, less than 3 hours. By the end of it, it would be 3 hours. It's 5 minutes past three. Players are getting ready for the penalties. Real Madrid are ready. Manchester City are still in their huddle, and coin toss for which end, and it's towards where Real Madrid, and now coin toss for who goes first. Manchester City have won the toss there, so I think City will be taking penalties first. He will be going first, and it is towards where Real Madrid supporters are housed. Julian Alvarez to take the first penalty. Yes, Andre Lunin. Chance for Lunin or Ederson to be a hero. Here we go. First penalty in this quarterfinal. First quarterfinal. 1-0. Julian Alvarez scores. World Cup winner. You'd expect him to handle the pressure, and he did. So let's see who's first for Madrid. Luka Modric against Edison. He should be calm enough. Saved! Luka Modric's penalty is saved by Ederson, and it's 1-0 to City with one penalty taken each by both. Poor penalty, to be honest. Pep Guardiola delighted with his keeper, Ederson Moraes. So, Bernardo Silva to take the penalty. If we can find the ball, that is, here it comes. On the balance of play, Real Madrid don't deserve to go through the way they have played. Real Madrid just defended. Oh, what a terrible penalty by Bernardo Silva. Straight down keeper's throat, not sure what he was trying, and it's 1-1. City have taken two penalties, and I mean, that's a dreadful penalty. Trying to be a hero ended up turning into a villain, and it's Jude Bellingham to take the penalty. Looks confident. One, two penalties taken. 1-1 it is, and and back to square one. Looked confident and delivered, but that Bernardo Silva penalty was, I mean, like, there's confidence, there's overconfidence, and then there's nonchalance. Mateo Kovacic to take the penalty. Against Lunin. Saved! Mateo Kovacic has missed as well. So it's Real Madrid ahead now. These have been some dreadful penalties from Man City players. Mateo Kovacic, dreadful penalty. Terrible night for English clubs, maybe. I think Real Madrid see it out from here. Lucas Vasquez with Real Madrid's third penalties. Why can't players take penalties? I mean, they're professional players. 3-2 or 2-1 to Real Madrid with three penalties taken. Real Madrid are ahead now, and Manchester City's dream, or whatever you want to call it, of going through and defending their title is going up in smoke, partly because they can't take penalties, and Phil Foden now, if he misses, then it's almost game over, but he doesn't, and if he had played like he took the penalty, penalties might not have been needed, but Nacho, I think, who's taking the penalty. The captain. It is indeed Nacho. Let's see what Edison can do. He scored. Now we are at the do or die stage. If City miss, they're out. If Madrid score, City are out. It's Edison who's taking the penalty. Again, overconfidence against Lunin. If he misses, which he doesn't, and it's 3-3. But City have scored, taken all five, and if Real Madrid score this, they are going through to the semi-final against Bayern Munich, who beat Arsenal 1-0 at the Allianz Arena. I'm not sure who's taking it. It's Rudiger, Antonio Rudiger. If he scores, bye bye Manchester City, bye bye defending of the title, and bye bye the fifth spot to. And he's a German. He should be better at penalties than most other people. And here goes Rudiger. And here goes Manchester City out of the tournament. And Real Madrid have knocked out Manchester City of this tournament. And tremendous effort by them. Terrible penalties from Bernardo Silva and Kovacic. And it was from, fine. Mateo Kovacic's penalty was bad, but Bernardo Silva was utter overconfidence, which was terrible. Real Madrid go through. They'll play Bayern Munich. Uh, Real Madrid deserve to go through, probably because they have gone through. Real Madrid scored, sat back, and then defended the lead. Kevin De Bruyne had a chance to win it, blazed it over the bar, but then Antonio Rudiger had a chance in the first half of extra time as well, and he missed as well. But Antonio Rudiger might not have gotten that chance if De Bruyne had scored, and but Kovacic missed, Bernardo Silva missed, but Bernardo Silva's penalty was terrible. It was like you're playing in streets. You shouldn't be playing like taking penalties like that. Do your best, trying a Panenka at least, or at least going down the middle. What can you say? It was just a dreadful penalty from Bernardo Silva, and they have paid the price. What can you say? What can you say? Dreadful penalty. Real Madrid are out. Manchester City now have the FA uh, and the Premier League to play for. Uh, I mean, Premier League is going to be tough. Arsenal, uh, Arsenal lost today as well. Arsenal lost today. City have lost, but not good news for English team when it comes to UEFA's coefficient next season. I'm pretty sure Liverpool are going out tomorrow, and pretty sure Bayer Leverkusen will knock out West Ham. Aston Villa versus Lille is 50-50 if you ask me, and so not good news. And we'll see where it leaves English teams. But tonight is certainly not a good night, and and I make Real Madrid real favorites for the for the tournament this season. Real Madrid did what they had to do. They knew with the team that they had, they cannot take on Manchester City one on one, and at the Etihad, they played their way. They sat back, absorbed the pressure, hit them on the counter in the first half, and in the second half, again they absorbed the pressure. They I mean, professional display by Real Madrid, and it is the reason that they are 14-time champions. Congratulations to them. But Manchester City, my goodness, what a terrible penalty that was from Bernardo Silva. I mean, like, there are things in football you can sympathize with, you can empathize with, but I mean, trying to be too clever for your own good, like Bernardo Silva was a terrible idea in the end, and that's you can win World Cups, Champion Leagues, Club World Cups, everything, but these are the moments that live with you forever. This penalty miss that Bernardo Silva had today. I mean. Kovacic missed as well, but at least his was a honest attempt. I'm not saying Bernardo Silva wasn't, but the thing that he tried to do was I mean, could he not have done something else? His team was leading, doing something stupid. Anyways, it's it was what it was for Real Madrid. I'm disappointed with Real Madrid, or not Real Madrid, with Manchester City going out, both English teams going out. A real dagger, and I'm pretty sure two more teams are going out tomorrow in Liverpool and West Ham United, and Aston Villa uh, is on a cliffhanger as well. So we'll wait and find out. Anyways, thanks for watching. It's been a long day and a long night as well. Disappointing end, but it was what it was. Anyways, take care, stay safe. Bye. Bye for now.